Hey gang, welcome. Today I'm going to do a video that was promised to Ian. We decided that we're going to do a marathon series like once a month. Pick a small 3 or 4 movie set and watch them all and do one video on it. And this month Ian picked Blade. Now this could very, very quickly be a video like this. Hunk of shit. Not too bad. I enjoyed. Hunk of shit. Not as much a hunk of shit as the first one, but still a hunk of shit. And I'll get into this. First Blade, 1999, I believe. Wesley Snipes and Brad Dourif. The story itself is good at most. The character Blade, I've never been a huge fan of early Blade. When Blade joined the Midnight Suns with Ghost Rider and those guys, he was interesting at best. I'm not a Wesley Snipes fan, so this is going to be very heavily criticized just for that. Does he look the part? Yeah, I mean, if you want to make Blade look like that, then he looks the part. I mean, the comic books, he's close. Did they model it after this movie? Maybe so later on. But for, oh, by the way, snapper case, and it's all it deserves, Ian. It's all it deserves. The one scene, the opening scene in the dance club or whatever, that's the only redeeming quality in that whole movie for me. For a movie that is an action movie that relies a lot on special effects, it does not hold up. And I'm sure as we go along and we watch other 90s and early 2000 action films, horror films, whatever, the special effects are not going to hold up, which is going to make the video or the movie a little less enjoying. Now, I'm not saying that I'm one of those guys that, oh, if that special effect sucks, man, this sucks, this movie's terrible. No, I will watch bad-looking movies. You get a story that interests me, and you want to tell me stuff, and you want to show me, character development and a good story and blah, 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 I'm all in. But the story's not that interesting. They don't really try to do much with it, and it looks like a PlayStation 2 game. I'm sorry, it does. Maybe PlayStation 1. Actually, I think Resident Evil on PlayStation 1 probably had better special effects than this. And that's just me making fun of it. Of course, it didn't have, but I really had all intentions of going through special features and trying to watch, but I was just so tired of the shitty fighting choreography, yeah, and special effects that it just totally turned me off against that. And showing the only thing I watched on the whole special features was the original trailer, which in 1999 would have grabbed me. Go back, 1989, let's look at Batman. Batman 1989 still holds up. Still a good film, still, it is what it is. And that's what this is what it is. But it really, the whole scene at the end with the elders is complete shit. When that skeleton thing comes out of them, I'm like, holy fuck, this is bad. This takes away from what's going on in the story. It really takes away from everything I'm watching because it looks like shit. It's so laughable, and I remember that from back in the day too, so whatever. Blade 2. Of course, we see Whistler. He's not dead from the first film, and we see these new type vampires and yeah, we see the group, with Ron Perlman, which really gets me. The one reason I like this, and and this is so stupid, I totally forgot Del Toro directed this. I really did, until the opening thing where it said directed by Guillermo del Toro, and I'm like, I forgot. I totally forgot that. So that may have played a little bit into my interests because I am a fan. It still didn't sway me as, this is what I'm looking for. No, it didn't. It had a lot of redeeming qualities, but it also suffered from bad fighting choreography a lot. It did make up for itself with some of the special effects. It did a lot better. I'm totally forgetting what I'm talking about. Yeah, This is the one. Yeah, this is the one with Norman Reedus, who is he is what he is. Stay in Boondock Saints, buddy. That's where you belong, and just stay there. But this is the one with Ron Perlman, who usually doesn't do anything for me. I know he's been in Del Toro's stuff before, and I do respect some of the things he's done, but as generally just an ugly guy that has to be a bad guy, you don't get a pass for that. So I'm not going to say a lot about it. It's good. Well, if you're talking about the Blade series, it's a good movie. It really is. It's a good 90s throwaway action film that mind-numbing superhero film. That's what it is. It is that. Blade Trinity. We enter Whistler's daughter, played by Jessica Biel, and holy shit, I've read the comic books for so many years. Hannibal. The comics are a lot different, and I'm not going to drag on with that too much on a Blade series because I don't give a shit. To go in there and talk about what's right, what's wrong, what's this, what's that. This has some good quality to it. It does. It has some good qualities to it. It does have some redeeming factors. But for the most part, it's a giant piece of shit. Parker Posey is just so bad in this movie. I mean, horrible. And we have Triple H, who makes it even worse. But her performance is god awful. Definitely one of the poorest performances in any superhero movie. Any of them. And that's I don't know if that's saying a lot or not. I don't know how many people enjoy comic book movies. I mean, today there's a big influx of them, but back in the 90s, there wasn't. We had Batman and Robin, Batman Clooney, and Batman, what the fuck's his name? This is how much I don't care. Val Kilmer and George Clooney, their two Batman films are better than all three of these. I'll say it on camera. You can quote me. Ian, I know how you feel. I will apologize if that offends you, even though we two are the offendlessness. Can't be offended. I don't give a fuck. But, yeah, those two Batman movies are better than all three of those combined. Hands down. Part 2, yeah. The other two, fuck. If I wasn't a hoarding collector and semi-completist, that superhero stuff would not be in my collection. It's never been upgraded, and it won't. So, there's that. And, yeah, well, I guess I'll see you guys later. I'm not sure what the next trilogy is. It was my turn to pick. I can't really remember what I picked. I'm sure it's better than that. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys later. Have a great time, and don't bother watching Blade. I watched it for you.